Okay, now that we've got the feed ramp polished, I'm going to go ahead and take some FireClean and treat the barrel. Doesn't take much, just put a little bit on a Q-tip. Hit all the surfaces, inside and out. Again, with a daily carry gun, every once in a while you want to break it down, clean it, get rid of the dust bunnies, all the pocket lint. Check for oxidation. Here in Florida is really critical. The high humidity. You don't want your backup gun or your only concealed carry gun rusting up and being inoperable when you need it the most. So it doesn't take much. Just a light layer of the FireClean around. This is a kind of a treatment. The first time you want to get a good light coating of it on there. Doesn't take a whole lot. Stuff is amazing when it comes to carbon though. Carbon will not stick to this. And once I've got it coated with the FireClean, pretty much just wipe it off. Especially that first coat. You don't want to go too crazy. You're actually treating the pores of the metal. So if you have a lot of other lubricants on there, you'll want to remove those prior to treating it, because you don't want to mix the two chemicals together. If you have a lot of CLP, break-free type lubricant on there, you want to get rid of that before you treat it with the FireClean. I'm just going to use a bore snake, run it through the barrel a couple times to remove that excess FireClean out of the bore. Bore snakes are lovely. We just pull them through a couple times and call it good. And the barrel's done. Feed ramp's polished, and it's treated with FireClean. Next thing I'm going to work on is the slide, and pretty much do it the same thing, just a couple drops on a Q-tip, and just coat all the surfaces. While you're doing this, make sure that you don't have any oxidation. If you pull it out and inspect it and clean it every once in a while, even though you might not be shooting it all that much because you're carrying it every day. Make sure that it's still serviceable when you need it. I used to pretty much strictly use break-free CLP, and I've just recently switched over to the FireClean. I really like it. It's really good low temp too, which isn't a big problem in Florida, but carbon is. For all you people in Alaska, stuff performs really, really well with ice and slush and frozen temperatures. So all I'm going to do is wipe off the excess. That will be the treatment of this pistol. You can use the break-free, or I'm sorry, the FireClean in the same on all your lubrication points. But I like to kind of keep my guns dry so it doesn't accumulate dirt and grime from the lubricant. And the lubricity of this FireClean is good enough for all of your lubrication points. If you just put it on and wipe it off. You don't have to have excess lubrication. Slide's done, barrel's done. The springs themselves are pretty easy. All I do is put a little bit on my finger and kind of wipe it on the springs and the guide rod. Just that trace amount is going to be more than enough to do any lubrication you need on a spring and guide rod. And then the frame itself, I like to just kind of hit it with a brush, get any loose dirt or anything that might be in the checkering or any of the recessed areas. So, pretty much all you're doing is wiping this down. You shouldn't have a whole lot of, even with firing it, you shouldn't have a whole lot of carbon or anything built up on the polymer frame. Get in there with a Q-tip, hit those low areas.
Oh.
The slides, where the slide runs. And that's pretty much it for the frame. We can go ahead and reassemble this baby. Get it back in service. Reassemble, all you do is do the opposite of when you took it apart. Drop the barrel in. Your guide rod. Be careful not to launch parts there because again it's on a captured spring. Align the slide to the frame. Grab your pin, have it ready. And all you're going to do is push it just barely out of battery. And put that pin back in. There's no external safety on this pistol, so pretty much the only function check is press the trigger. That's it. Ruger LCP carried in a DeSantis pocket holster. Has now been disassembled, cleaned, feed wrap polished, lubricated with FireClean, and it's ready to go back in service.